Hey everyone, welcome to the very first episode of College Gupshup, the podcast where we spill the tea on college life. Unfiltered, unscripted, and totally relatable. Whether you're here for some laughs, to rant about deadlines, or just kill time during your boring commute, we've got you covered. You know, starting this podcast was kind of a random idea, but we thought, why not? I mean, we've got opinions, stories, and enough free time to make this happen. Right, Sarah?
Exactly. Plus, we're like unofficial experts at surviving awkward moments, late-night study sessions, and overly enthusiastic group projects.
Don't even remind me about group projects, absolute chaos. But let's not get ahead of ourselves. Today's episode is all about first-day jitters, campus culture, and those awkward yet funny moments we all experience. Sarah, tell me, what was your first impression of this place? For me, it was like stepping into a movie set. I half expected a marching band to welcome me or something, but nope. Instead, I got lost trying to find the auditorium and ended up in some random maintenance room. Plus, there was this guy zooming past on a skateboard like it was the X Games, nearly knocked me over.
That's hilarious. My first day wasn't any better.
I was so nervous that I followed a bunch of seniors into what I thought was a lecture hall. Turns out, it was a session for final year students prepping for thesis presentations. Imagine me sitting there, wide-eyed, with zero idea of what was happening.
Did anyone notice?
Not until they started asking questions like, "What's your thesis topic?" I just bolted out of there. Okay, so about this whole clique culture, what's your take on it? Honestly, I think it's a little overrated. Like, yeah, you've got your nerds, the cool kids, and the overachievers. But in reality, everyone's just doing their own thing.
True. College isn't like high school where people stick to one group. Here it's more like, who's free for lunch? Cool, we're friends now.
Exactly. Take us, for example. We're nerds with a podcast, but we still hang out in the cafe like social butterflies. And don't even get me started on those so-called elite kids. By mid-semester, they're just as stressed about deadlines as everyone else.
Also, survival mode kicks in during finals, cliques disappear, and everyone's just helping each other out.
All right, funniest professor moment? Easy. My history professor accidentally muted herself on Zoom for half the lecture. And here's the kicker. She thought we were ignoring her questions out of disrespect.
No way. What happened next?
Someone finally messaged her in the chat and she went, "Oh, I thought you were all boycotting my class." Absolute gold. And let me tell you about this other time. My econ professor tried using a touchscreen with a whiteboard marker. It took him a full 5 minutes to realize why it wasn't working.
Classic. My chem teacher once said, "This formula is important, but I forgot why, so let's Google it together." Everyone lost it.
All right, since this is episode 1 and we don't have real questions yet, let's make one up. Sarah, if you could give your younger self one piece of advice before starting college, what would it be?
Easy. Don't overpack. I brought my entire wardrobe, and guess what? I've been rotating between the same 3 pairs of jeans since day 1.
Relatable. Mine would be, don't skip the campus tour. It would have saved me from walking into random janitor closets. Oh, and here's a pro tip. Never trust the so-called shortcuts people tell you about. They almost always lead to locked doors, or worse, awkward encounters with staff members. And that's a wrap for episode 1 of College Gupshup. Thanks for tuning in, folks. If you enjoyed today's banter or have your own crazy college stories, hit us up on Instagram or drop a comment below. We'd love to feature your stories in a future episode.
Yup. And don't forget to follow us for updates, memes, and behind-the-scenes chaos.
Until next week, keep surviving college, stay caffeinated, and remember, no matter how awkward things get, you're not alone in this madness. Catch you later.